Good day, good love, and good high-dimensional health, everyone. This is Wendy once again coming to you with the myriad of the languages of lights. And today I just wanted to speak for just a moment, if I can get my get a good view here. I wanted to speak for just a little moment today about self-care. Whoops. And as you can see, and this is for you, Liliana, as well, I just wanted to take a moment to talk about self-care. And part of self-care is eating well, getting in nature, doing great things for your body, unplugging from technology. So part of my Sundays I spend, although I'm outdoors as much as possible, part of my weekends I do try to spend unplugging, spending more time kind of getting my hands dirty and thinking about interesting ways to make wonderful, beautiful food. And so one of the things I wanted to show you guys today was I had bought these these scraggly little herbs left over from the grocery store a while back, and I made a video. And so I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit about my process. And so yesterday I got a bunch of old pots out. I finally bought some potting soil, and so I got some old pots out and I filled a bucket full of vinegar water, and I scrubbed them really good, cleaned them up. Some of these are just some old pots that I've had around that I've used many times. I've painted them. They're kind of fading over the years, but they're still kind of fun. And so I cleaned everything up, scrubbed them really well. Vinegar and water works great for cleaning out your outdoor pots. So does baking soda. You can use them separately or together. But the point is that it's about, that's part of what meditation is too. It's about doing things with your hands and allowing your mind to just be present in what you're doing, feeling and smelling what you're doing, and enjoying the breeze and the sun or the shade, or just listening to nature. So it's pretty quiet this afternoon. It's very warm and humid here today, and I was enjoying the thought last night about the sandwich, or I shouldn't say the sandwich, the beautiful wrap that I made. I made this gorgeous veggie wrap last night, and just gorgeous vegetables and herbs and spices, and mixing it all up, and it was just as my mate said, it was like a party in his mouth. There was a lot going on, and it's all about just taking pieces of nature and bringing it in, and then using some of the other elements of nature to use on your skin, your hair. And self-care for me too is about taking that time to moisturize your skin, spend time sitting outside, putting that goop in your hair and on your face, and really doing something great for yourself. Find these there's a myriad of stuff out there on everything from, every social media has recipes out there now. So I was potting these up for the winter time, because even here in the South, in Tennessee here, these won't survive outside in the winter here. So I was potting them up, getting them ready to bring inside, and whenever the weather and whenever the weather turns. And so I've been pinching these off all along throughout the summer since I've gotten them. I've been cleaning them up and pinching them up, and so I was finishing up, kind of cleaning up some of the dead stuff. I really can't see what I'm doing here. I mean, I can't see the camera, so so I just wanted to show you guys. I'm kind of cleaning up the dead stuff here and just refreshing it. And I was giving it some new soil and clipping the ends to encourage the growth. And the basil itself loves being pinched. So you see these little tiny leaves coming in here. Let's see, there you go. So you can see these little tiny leaves here. If you pinch them frequently, they will start to bush out and you know, branch out more. So this one's still been a little struggling, but we'll see how it does. It was actually, they weren't in such great shape when I got them, but I've been loving them and using them. And so I just wanted to take a minute to read here, like for example, this rosemary. And these are all certified GMO free, organic. Now this one, like an easy appetizer, and this, look at this beautiful rosemary, and it smells delicious. Even just one little tiny leaf is extraordinary. And that same thing with basil. I mean, you can really take just one little tiny leaf and the smell is just absolutely amazing. So this one, for example, here's an easy appetizer of, let's see if I can show it to you guys here. You know, top some toasted bread. If you don't, you know, you can do the gluten-free, olive oil, chop up some rosemary, maybe a little cheese if you're not using, I tend to not eat much cheese myself, and so I kind of don't do lactose. But, you know, you can dress it up any way you want, and so each one of these is like, it really is a party of the senses. We've got our parsley here. And just some little, you know, some little ideas on there. And I bought, whoops, and I've got some nice thyme here. So this thyme is some nice earthy florals and shows you how to, you know, mix it up with the veggies. And it's just wonderful. And I bought this amazing magazine. I love, love, love this magazine, Better Homes and Gardens. And it really covers the ground with just about everything. I absolutely love it. It even has a little thing in here for canning, how to make fresh recipes. Gorgeous. These pictures alone are just amazing because they're colorful. They really get your senses going. Just everything from drinks to salads to, let's see. Oh, and I love this, see, in one little box, you can plant, you know, you can plant a couple of herbs, some tomatoes, so you don't need a lot of space. And look how gorgeous and colorful and chakra enhancing that is, chakra activating. And here I love this, how to make your own teas. You know, just a cup of tea. And look at that, so simple. And you know, you can grow these in the house. It doesn't take a lot of space. And I love how you can just, you know, steep your own fresh tea if you want. Now, not everybody has the time or the space to do this, but it's just to give you an idea that you don't need you don't need a lot of space to do this stuff. And just looking through the magazine alone gets me like activated and excited about cooking. You know, and I've realized too that it's not about, it doesn't take more time. It just takes more creativity, thought. And if you're already planning your meals, well, try something new, try something different, try something fresh and beautiful and colorful. And I wanted to take it one step further in that now I've got some old lemons here, as I mentioned before, how much I love lemons. And ever since we dug our well, the water is has a lot more minerals in it. So we went from rainwater harvesting, which felt amazing on my skin and my hair, and it made it very soft. And now it's not that way anymore. So I've been doing more things like using baking soda, rinsing, and so forth, and coconut oil masks on my hair, and just generally, you know, looking up natural remedies to moisturize my hair and my skin and so forth. And so I've been steeping these. These are just lemons that were left over from my lemon water from drinking, and I've been steeping them in a glass. And so what I did was I left it out to infuse in the sunlight and did some light languages, and I grabbed some herbs that I had been cutting, and I threw the herbs in here too. And so that's been steeping well, actually overnight. So it's been in the sunlight and the moonlight. And so I'm going to actually use this for a hair rinse. And I have been saving a little rainwater as well to use to actually rinse my hair with. So I'm actually going to take a shower and put it, but before I do, I'm going to slather my hair with coconut oil, and then I'm going to apply my beautiful lemon what do I want to say? Elixir, elixir, to my hair and my skin, and it smells wonderful, and it's brightening, and the lemon oils are great for your skin and your hair. So it doesn't take, self-care is about taking the time to do things to stimulate yourself, heart, mind, body, spirit, soul. And just spending that time in turning things off, potting up a little plant, communing with it, smelling it on your hands. I tend to be one of these gardeners who, unless I absolutely have to, I don't wear gloves. There are times when it's absolutely necessary, and I do encourage it when it's necessary. But yet I'm one of these people, I like to feel the dirt in my hands. And so the only other thing I wanted to show you guys was that I had a whole bunch of old spices in my cabinet that, since we moved here, got like kind of caked up and from the humidity. And so out with the old, in with the new. So rather than just throwing them all away, what I did was I made some really what appear to be some pretty disgusting looking concoctions here. So, whoops. And so that's just an old juice bottle, old jar. So what I did was, this has got a mixture of like garlic powder, onion powder, old garlic salt. What else have I got in here? Some old sea salt, and old nutmeg. And so I'm a big recycling freak, and so I want to make sure I recycle all of my plastic and glass containers that I cannot reuse anymore. And so I emptied them all into a big bucket and then added a bunch of water, mixed it all up. And then I'm going to take these, and now these are pretty pungent. So I'm actually going to take just a little bit of these at a time and then mix it with water, and I'm just going to spread it around the yard, because it deters bugs, it deters the deer in the fall. And not that we don't love the deer, but it's safer for ranger and the deer to kind of sort of keep their territories to themselves, if you will. Although this is their land and we're living in harmony here together. So that's part of the idea, is living in harmony. So by doing that, instead of using pesticides, we don't have any fencing up right now. So, and I love them dearly. I just don't want anything to happen to any of the wildlife here or to my dog. So we're just very cognizant to that. But that set aside, so it's just a way to use and repel insects. So a lot of stuff in there that doesn't smell very good. And to remind everybody too that when you are growing stuff, if you ever do have any, you can always use homemade insecticidal soaps. I love using Dr. Bronner's Peppermint Castile soap, and you only need like a teaspoon and a little bit of vegetable oil and the rest water, and you can put it in a spray bottle and use it on your plants. It's safe, and it will keep your pests off and keep your plants happy. So I just wanted to take this few minutes to share a little bit again about my own process, about what I do for my own high dimensional health, and what I do when I unplug, and some other ways that I get back to nature and just get excited about, cooking and doing things healthy, and really trying to be enthusiastic about, having to do some of these things, and to do self-care is also about doing things that make us feel good about the things we use on our bodies, in our bodies, and in our homes, and outside of our homes. But we always can't do it the way we want to. We can't always do things as holistically as we like. Every little bit makes a difference, not only to the planet and the world around us, but it changes you. It changes you molecularly. It really does. And it enlivens you, it enlivens it enlivens your taste buds, it enlivens your senses, your smell, your touch, your taste, your feel. And it brings you closer to channeling. It brings you closer to talking to your higher self. It's all connected. And it's about making the conscious choice to do something wonderful for yourself. And even if you can't do any of these things, simply buying a plant, having plants in your home, generating, I love to call them, you know, oxygenators, having as many plants as you can possibly have in your home. And for those of you who say, well, you know, I don't have a green thumb, well, first of all, stop saying that. Everybody can have anything they desire. And you don't have to be perfect. You can rescue old plants and, you know, enjoy them while they last. And even if they don't live, even if they don't, just like all of us, you know, we're only around for a short time. And even if you only get a season out of them, just like all the food that we harvest and we eat right away, enjoy it. Be in the here and now and enjoy the color. And watch what happens to you when you start doing these simple things for yourself. See the visible changes in your life. The ideas, the understandings, the realizations. All you have is here and now. So thank you all for being here once again. And I'm going to go and go do a little masking and some moisturizing and some brightening, and I wish you all a wonderful day of gorgeous high-dimensional health. Whoops, sorry about the noise. And I just wanted to show you the sky. It's a gorgeous sunny day. Earth, air, fire, water, ether, and sacred geometry. I love you all. Mia sotoshniara ilianko se sanishia kalakaya tonea tasha aletia sanisa mahala.